Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Doing Holdings. We are the manufacturer of the solar panel recycling machine. And today we're going to share how to recycle e-waste just by using the equipment, the waste solar panels with lithium battery recycling equipment. And we are the manufacturer, so if you have any questions or if you want to know more information about our equipment, you can add our WhatsApp, email, or you can leave your contact ways to us. Our sales manager is waiting for you to consult. And if you want the quotation, the price list, or the certificate, you can also leave your comments. And today we're going to share the solar panel recycling equipment and the waste lithium battery recycling machine. Just these are two kinds of the e-waste, and we will use the physical method, just the crushing and separation, to recycle different metals or other products like the copper, aluminium, silicone, glass, plastic, or other kind of equipment materials. And we are a Chinese manufacturer now located in Henan province, and we have our own factory. It's in Zhaozu City, Henan province. If you want to know more information about the equipment, you can also come to our factory to see the production. You can contact with our sales manager first, and we will take you to our factory. Okay, and just during this live show, if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately. This 3D layout is for the solar panel recycling equipment. It includes the aluminium frame removal machine, glass removing machine, and crushing separation to recycle the copper, aluminium, and glass, plastic, silicone from the waste solar panels. Okay, and our capacity is for 500 kilogram and 1 ton or 2 ton, or if you want a bigger one or smaller one, you can also contact with our engineer. Can give you the customize of your configurations. This is the different production line. Here is aluminium removal machine, glass removal machine, crushing, separation machine, whole production line, and later we will have a clear processing line to you to know more clearly about the production of how to recycle the waste aluminium, the waste copper from the waste things. Here is the name of the equipment. This is a frame removing machine that we can recycle the aluminium. Then you can solder directly. The prices, just for reference, in China, more than 10,000 RMB, and just for different markets, different prices. And the second is the glass removing machine to remove the glass on the surface, and we can get the glass particles. Then we can use the belt conveyor to crush the board into the strator, and this is a first crushing machine. Now we can crush the materials from a board to 3 to 5 centimeter. Then also by using the belt conveyor, then it will come to the crusher, then to crush them into smaller particles less than 10 millimeter, and then Here is the third crushing machine. It's not very clear to see in this layout. This is a grinder. Here is the grinder that is to crush them again. And the grinder will give the material the third prices, and to treat the material more finer, it will grind the copper, plastic, and the silicone separately. And by using the ID vibrating screen, here the ID vibrating screen to more clear to know is it just reach to a standard of your particle sizes. And if they have two layers in this device, and the first layer is a 2 millimeters shape, and in the second layer that is a 120 mesh. So in the first layer, the particles that not reach to the standard, it will go back to the grinder to grind again. And the second layer is the copper and aluminium. Then they will go into the gravity separation, or we call air separator, to separate them, the copper and the plastic. Then about the silicone, it will separate in this ID vibrating screen. We can just get the final products of the silicone here. Then we will use the tool separator to separate the copper and the plastic things by using the gravity separation, or we call it air separator. They have the vibration and the wind blowing to separate copper and plastic with different gravity. Then the electrostatic separator, because one is metals and one is not, and we can use it to get to more higher separation rate, can reach to 99%. And here is the whole production line. And by the way, here is the environmental protection device for the post-dust corrector, or we call it post-dust removal machine. And this machine that is to control the pollution of the dust. Just at the very beginning, we said the whole production line is used the physical ways, so there are no pollution of chemical things, or water pollution, or gas pollution. But there's some dust because the raw material we use is a scrap waste solar panels. So during this production, we have some dust, and we can use the post dust collector and the cyclone dust collector to collect them. So don't need to worry about the pollution. And then this is the advantages of our production line. First is the high separation rate, which can reach to 98 to 99% of the final product. And the machines have no pollution, it's environmental friendly. And the third advantage is the machine has wide applications, can use at different sizes of the solar panels. And the high working efficiency, that is because we have the PLC system that will work automatically without as much more labor saving and with high working efficiency. Here is some brief introduction of our equipment, and here is a working process. You can have a look, same as the 3D layout we see, but this is much more clear to see what the machine look like. You can see first we get the waste solar panels, the scrap solar panels, and then it will first into the aluminium frame removing machine to remove the frame. It is for all sizes and can suitable for different kinds of the solar panels. And then this is a glass removing machine to remove the glasses. We can get the glass particle things. And just to judge whether this device is good or not, the first one is to is it have many powder in the glass particles, because it will have an influence of the prices we sold the glasses. And second is it have a high separation rate to remove all the glass just outside the board. Here is to just judge whether it is a good machine of the glass removing machine. And then we will go into the shredding machine. For the double shaft shredder device that can crush the particles to 3 to 5 centimeter. This is a first crushing machine. And then we will come to the second crushing, the hammer blade crusher, to crush the materials to 1 centimeter. And the third crushing is a grinder to make the material finer. Then the material will all go into the shaving, or we call it the vibrating screen. And it has 3 layers, just not very correct of this picture. The first layer is to control the sizes. If it can't go through the screen, they will go back to the grinder to grind again. And the second layer, that is the copper and plastic. Then they will go into the air separation machine and the electrostatic separation machine to separate them. And the third layer is the silicone. We will just get the final products of the silicone in this step. So for the copper and plastic, we will use the air separation machine and the electrostatic separation machine to separate them for different separation rate. If you chose the air separation machine, the separation rate can reach the 97%. And by using the electrostatic separation machine for 99% of the separation rate. So if you have a large capacity, plenty of materials need to deal with every day, so it's better for you to get both the air separator and the electrostatic separator. But if your material don't need to get many to process every day, or a small production line, you can get one electrostatic separation machine. That is enough. Here is some detailed introduction of the device. This is the first electrostatic aluminum frame removing machine. It uses PLC interface control and automatic sensing system to automatically remove solar panel frame of different sizes, that they can deal with different size of the aluminum frame. So you only need one aluminum frame, that is enough, and don't need many workers to control the panel. Just in the feeding system, we need 1 or 2 workers to feed the board inside the device. That is enough. And the second is the glass removing machine to remove the glasses. We can see this is the detail of this device. This is a heating zone and the inlet of the board with glasses. And here is the glasses outlet. It will go here, and then by using the belt to collect them. And this is the glass removing zone here, and the backplane exit to get the board without glasses. And then they will go into the here this is a board without glasses. They will go into the crushing machine to crush them. They have the copper, aluminium, and silicone inside. Here is the product cases of different regions, and from now on we have more than 120 countries that have our project cases for e-waste, recycling, and the solid waste, hazardous waste like the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, coal oil sludge, waste solar panels, and the lithium battery or some kind of biomass. We can all use different technique to recycle them and get different final products. If you are interested in this kind of project, you can contact with us. You can send your WhatsApp, email to us privately, and our sales manager will contact with you immediately and give you this our catalog and our quotation and price list. Here are some details. For the shredder crusher of good quality, can prolong the service life. like the shredder, we use the H13 alloy. It's just to crush the materials with high quality and can have a long service life. This is the first crusher at the hammerhead crusher in this device. And this is to crush the particles, crush the materials from a board, from a whole solar panels board to 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the second is a crusher. The hammer blade crusher that use the 65 magnesium alloy that with good toughness and high wear resistant to crush the materials from 3 to 5 centimeter to 1 or just smaller than 1 centimeter. And the third is a grinder made of the special materials and is to make the final products more finer. Then the separation machine, air separator and electrostatic separator for different technique. The first is adopt Italian air suspension principles. That is by vibration and by wind blowing. That's the different materials like in a solar panel recycling machine. That is the copper and plastic. For different qualities, they will have different layers, and the copper more heavier, they will just in the below side, and the plastic will suspend on the bottom, so they can just be separated. And the electrostatic separator, they use the metal because the metals of the copper and one is this metal, the plastic. Now we can use it to separate, and with a high separation rate of 99%. And the cleaning equipment or the environmental friendly device, we have pulse dust collector and cyclone dust collector to collect the dust. Because we all the physical production, so there are no any chemical waste or air pollution or water pollution. The only we need to just deal with is the dust. So we have the pulse dust collector, and inside is a filter to absorb the dust, and we don't need to change it or clean it very frequently. We can use it for half of the year of the bag, and if you need to clean it, you don't need to remove them out of the device. You can use the wind blower to clean them very easy. And the gloss removing rate can reach to 99.5%. Here is some detailed introduction of our device for the crusher and separator. Well, if you want to know more information about this, you can send your private message to us, tell us your requirements, or you can just directly tell us your WhatsApp or email or telephone. Then our sales manager will contact with you immediately and give you our catalog, certificate, and our price list. Here is some certificates of different continents, like the European Union or other in China, Asia, Africa, that we else can reach to the standard. And also we have different patents, more than 30 of the patents of different processing steps. We have our own engineering team to have this invention and production. So you can directly contact with our engineer, and we can give you the best certificate plan. Here are some customers' feedback of different regions. Here is the customer in Egypt. And now we have our customers in all over the world, more than 120 countries. So if you want to see our project cases, we can send you our pictures and our video, or you can come to our client's workshop, our client's factory, to see the real production line, how it works, is it work well, or other information you need to know. So if you want to visit our client's factory, you can send your requirements to us privately, or you can add our sales manager's WhatsApp first. Here is the company profile. We are a Chinese company. Here is the factory's picture, the outlook. And we have the different production line for the e-waste recycling machine, the biomass carbonization machine, and the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis machine. For example, the e-waste recycling, the principle is the physical production, that we can crush them and separate the copper, aluminium, glass, silicone, black powder from the waste things. And about this kind of biomass, we use the carbonization technique, that they can use the combustion system, that to use just to deal with the biomass, that we can get the charcoal, vinegar, and the tar or the flue gas after the production. And for the pyrolysis machine, we can just deal with the waste tire, with plastic, oil sludge, coal tar oil sludge. By using this production, that the final products we can get the flue oil, carbon black, steel wire, aluminium ingot, or the flue gas for different raw materials. We have our own factory, so if you want to know more information, you can also come to our factory. It's in Henan province in China. Here see some brief introduction about our factory and our company. We're Henan Doing, and that is one of the subsidiary of Doing Holdings. We have also other 6 subsidiary company. One company is in Nigeria, because we have many customers in Africa. So we found a subsidiary and a factory there. You can see here comprehensive environmental production machinery manufacturing company that integrating consulting, R&D, manufacturing, installation, and after-sales service. We have the on-sale service, give you the certificate and the workshop, the plan, and also the like if you need to get the license, we can give you some help. And also like the after-sales service, we have 1-year warranty. And if you need the operation, the training of the workers, or the installation, our engineer can come to your workshop, whether you are in China or not, to help you to finish this kind of things. And also this is some other service for you. If you need, you can send your requirements or your email, WhatsApp, or the telephone to us. Our sales manager will contact you immediately and give you this kind of information you need. Here is other products. The lithium battery recycling machine we will introduce later. If you are interested in the lithium battery recycling products, you can have wait for a minute. And second is the carbonization machine to deal with the biomass, and aluminium plastic recycling machine gets the aluminium ingot, radiator recycling, PCB board recycling. They are just except the combination machine. All the other, they are all use the similar technique. the crushing and separation, the physical production. That is very easy to control, and we have no more pollution during the production. Here are some project cases. In each continent, we have our customers, so it's very convenient for you to visit. Like this is a PCB board recycling machine in India. In Taiwan, Hong Kong, or in China and Mexico. Here is the removal machine of this PCB board component, and it's on the surface of the PCB board. There is a whole production line. This is a Ukraine customer. This is a device of the electrostatic separator. Here is the introduction of our service. There are pre-sale, on-sale, and after-sale service. So about the pre-sale service, you can visit our production workshop of the factory. It's in Henan province in China. That occupies more than 40,000 square meters. And one-to-one device configuration scheme. That is service by our engineer. We have a mature engineering team for production and the planning and innovation. And the plant of the placement site, you can send your workshop layout to us. And about the on-site service, check the production of the machine and communicate with the equipment manufacturing progress. So you can come to our factory anytime to see the production step of your device. And on-site service, most of our customers were concerned about. We have 1 year warranty, and after the finish of the production, our engineer can come to your production workshop, help you to install, debug, operate your device. And the technical training is for your workers to tell them how to control the equipment with high efficiency. Here is some service for you or some honor we get. Okay, and here is a brief introduction of the solar panel recycling machine. Well, if you are interested in this, or if you want to know more information about this, you can add our WhatsApp. Any questions you have, you can leave in the comment section. We can get a communication of this. Yeah, here is the solar panel recycling machine. And next, let's have an introduction about the lithium battery recycling machine. Okay, this is the catalog of the lithium battery. That is a similar technique, but they have different device of the certificate. Well, let's have a compare the comparison about this different production line. Well, first is the raw material. Our equipment is suitable for different kinds of the raw material, for different shape. mainly divides into the NMC and the LFP. Like NMC is the containing the manganese, nickel, and cobalt, and LFP is this for the lithium, the phosphate, and so on. Here is the two kinds of the lithium battery that we can deal with. And just the certification about the classification of the physical characters, they have the mobile lithium battery, plastic shell lithium battery, the soft lithium battery, aluminium shell, or the positive, negative of the lithium battery. So just show in this picture. And what products we can get. That is the copper, aluminium, and the graphite, and the phosphate, the oxide. Here is the these two are the mixed products, mixed materials we called the black powder. So about the copper, of these prices in China for reference are more than 60,000 RMB each ton, and the lithium 10,000, and the black powder more than 100,000 RMB, for much more expensive because they have the lithium inside. Some customers want to just sort the lithium inside the black powder for high prices. And here is the working process. Can you see this clearly? The one may be very small. Or if you need this catalog, you can add our WhatsApp or email. Our sales manager will send you this. So here is the production line, and the first is the scrap lithium battery for the different sizes or different shape, different material. We can all use the same production line. And first we need the pre-process to have the starting process. So the first is to put the scrap lithium battery into the concentration of the sodium chloride solution, just soak for 48 hours, so that the positive and negative terminals of the battery, it will be short circuit and let the discharge completely. This is the first one. So after the discharging step, you can choose the natural drying or the equipment drying. If you choose the natural drying, so it's not necessary to you to have this combination furnace and the purification system. If you need the drying machine, then this is shown in this whole production line. First, it will come into the shredder. Or just by the way, if your material, the capacity is not very high, we need to deal with less than 500 kilogram each hour, so you can just dry them naturally. If you have a large capacity, more than 1 ton, 2 tons, so it's just suggest you, or it's better for you to have the combination machine or the drying machine. So the first one is the shredder. While the belt conveyor will transport the scrap lithium battery into the first double shaft shredder to pre-process, and after processing we can get the materials around 3 to 5 centimeter, and then by using the combination machine or the carbide furnace, we also call them, it will have the combustion system. The temperature in the furnace is 100 to 450 degree. So by the electrostatic heating or the gas heating, the electrolyte in the battery will completely evaporate to get the harmless treatment in the backward. Because we have the combustion system, so we need the purification system to purify the gas that we need to emission. And then we have the spraying machine, the activate carbon system and UV photooxygen the system to purify the smoke, like the carbon dioxide, the hydrogen dioxide in this. Okay, and this is the whole step of the pre-process. Then we will go into the processing step. The first is the separation. First we coat the crusher or the hammer blade crusher. That is a kind of impact crusher by the high-speed rotation of the hammer blades in the crushing chamber, so as to make the materials to be crushed from 3 to 5 centimeter to 1 centimeter, and less than 10 millimeter. And then the particles will go into the first rotary screen. But from the primary crusher, it will send into the rotary screen by the air transportation system to the fully sealed rotary screen for the screening through the 120 mesh of the screen surface rolling rotary screen, so as to qualify materials. This materials, it will be discharged through the screen holes, and the black powder here of the recovery rate is 90 to 80 to 70 degree. This is the first rotary screen. The length of this machine is 6 meter. And then this is the magnetic separator. It will just separate the iron out from the materials. And then it will come to the liner vibrating screen to remove the diaphragm. It uses the vibration of the screening, and different products are controlled by the multi-layer screens and discharged from their respective outlets. So the two layers screen, one is 2 millimeter and second is 120 mesh, stainless steel wear mesh. The top layer of the screen is the diaphragm, equipped with pipes and fans to remove the plastic diaphragms. And the middle layer is the copper, aluminium, and kind of the black powder. The bottom layer, also the black powder. And here the kind of black powder can collect, and all the diaphragm can collect. That collection rate can reach to 98%. And then the secondary crusher, also same as the first hammer blade crusher, is also the blade that's with high-speed rotation in the chamber. That's to crush the raw material into 6 millimeter. Then it will come to the secondary rotary screen that is kind of smaller than the first rotary. It is 4 meters long and have a 140 mesh of the screen. So at this point, 10% of the black powder is screened out. And at this step, the carbon black recovery rate can reach to 95%. Then to the grinder, material, it will go into the grinder with grinding raw materials, mostly the copper and aluminium, as the granular shape to grind the material more finer. Then it will come to the ID vibrating screen. The ID vibrating screen kind of same purpose of the liner vibrating screen. It also have two layers. First is 50 mesh and second is 120 mesh. So in the bottom layer is kind of black powder. Middle layer is the aluminium and the copper. They will go into the next step, that is the air separator to separate them. And the top layer, that is the materials that not reached the standard. They will go back by using the wind conveyor to the grinder to grind again. Then the copper and aluminium will go into the air separator to separate them. So we also call the air gravity sorter will utilize the carbon action of the airflow and the vibration friction on the materials. So the larger material, the copper particles, will settle to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium plastic, they will suspend on the surface of the material layer by the action of the airflow. So in this link, the recovery rate of the copper and aluminium is about 98%. Here is our production line. Well, is there any questions about this production? Or is there any other information you need to know? You can leave in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information about this, like if you need the price list or the detailed technique, you can contact with our sales manager by the WhatsApp, an email, or telephone. You can send your WhatsApp to us privately. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately. Or if you want, just like you are kind of interested in this business, but you don't know any other information or just few information you know, you can also contact with us. We can give you analysis of the market or the income or outcome every day. Give you this analysis in detail. Here is a word, a brief introduction of different steps, same as the first one. Well, I'm not sure is it very clear to see, but I have introduced for you. Here is equipment feature. You can see this. Like the first, we adopt advanced technology of crushing and separation system. So after crushing separately, then copper, aluminium, and powder of the positive negative plate will be separated in the separation system with high purity output. The second, they said the main technology is to combine the crushing and separation system for better recycling, achieve greater energy saving effects during the production process, and get high separation rate of copper, aluminium, and other products. So the technical standard, like the recovery of the metals, recovery rate can more than 98%, and the particles of the powder, black powder, more than 98, also same as the diaphragm. And the content of the metals in the powder is just smaller than 1%. Here is the equipment layout. But our engineer, I'm not sure if you can see this clearly, but we can send you this catalog privately. You can say hi to us first in the comment section, then or you can just tell us your requirements to us privately. Or we can send you this catalog. Here is equipment list for 500 kilogram per hour. The capacity, we have 500 kilogram, 500 1 ton, 2 ton for per hour or 3 ton. Different customize of the capacity can just reach to a standard. My first belt conveyor. You can see this is the equipment list, picture, and the model and power. First is a double shaft shredder, belt conveyor, and the first hammer crusher. Here is the pre-process, and this is the first separate, and this first crushing, first separation of the rotary screen. Here linked with the wind conveyor is because this is 100% a zero environment, so we use the wind conveyor, not the belt conveyor. And this is the belt conveyor to the magnetic separator of 1.5 kilowatt, liner vibrating screen to sort out the diaphragm of 2.2 kilogram, kilowatt. Secondary hammer crusher. Here is the 30 kilowatt of the power, And the second rotary screen, here it is 4 meter of the rotary screen, also rotary. Sort out the black powder. Then there's the grinder, wind conveyor, ID vibrating screen, and the separator. Here is the certificate of 500 kilogram per hour. Also, we have the optional device of the pulse dust collector and the collector of the diaphragm. Here are some spare parts. The third spare part that most of them are the blade and the screen. So the changing period, 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, just for reference, because they have different production time. Like most of those blades and screen, but we all have the high quality of the blade, like the 6-1 manual assist and H1 rolly. So just we can prolong for long service life, not the changing period is the months, not the week to change. And like this is a filtering bags of the pulse dust collector. We don't need to change it very frequently, just 6 months. We can change half of the year. Don't need to clean it. Just remove the bag outside the device. We can use a wind blower to clean. Very easy to control. Here is a remark like the 1-year warranty, except the wear parts of man-made demand, and the installation, commission, and operation. Here are some picture. Well, here is the introduction of the lithium battery recycling equipment. Do you have any questions about this? Or if you want to know more information about our device, you can send your WhatsApp email to us. Our sales manager can give you our catalog. Here is information of the lithium battery. And let's see some pictures, some prototype in our factory. Our factory is in Henan province in China. You can come here to see the production line. Here is the 3D video of the solar panel recycling machine. And let's see this first. It's very clear to see how it works. Here is an aluminium frame removing machine to remove the frame outside the board. And here is the glass removing machine. Go into the heating chamber and to crash them to the glass particles. Here is outlet of the board without glasses. They will go into the crashing step. This is the double-shaped shredder to shred the board into 3 to 5 centimeters particles. Here is the hammer blade crusher to crush them into 1 centimeters particles, and a wind blower wind transportation system to transport them into the grinder, the third crushing step. Here is the water cover outside to control the temperature, while the water are all recycled, so there are no waste of them. And here is our devibrating screen. First layer, control the sizes not to the standard, will go back to the grinder. Second layer is a copper and plastic, will go to the separation device to separate them. And the third layer is the black powder, silicone. Then we go back to the copper and aluminium and the plastic by using the air separator to separate them. This is the principle is a wind blower and vibration. Then, just the air separator can reach the separation rate of 97%, and this is an electrostatic separator, reach to 99% of the separation rate. Yeah, here is the name of the device. We can also send this picture for you. Well, just any questions do you have, you can leave in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information about this, you can add our WhatsApp and email. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately to send you this message for you. Okay, and this is the 3D video of the solar panels. Also, we have the products of the lithium battery and condensation furnace and the pyrolysis equipment. We are the manufacturer of this. If you want to see the production line, you can come to our factory workshop or our client's workshop. We have the product cases in more than 120 countries. Here is the production line. What's the device look like? This is just the glass removing machine.
不需要靠你来靠谱，不需要